Hi, I'm Toby, and this is listening to Punk in My Shed. Hi, this is listening to Punk in My Shed. I don't know what I'm talking about. Reviewing punk albums in my shed, basically. Two caveats, as always. I'm not the world's biggest punk. Secondly, this is like not just like hardcore punk or punk rock or anything like that. This is like anything that can be considered under the umbrella of punk. And today we are listening to snotty, dirgy punk band, hardcore punk Piss Jeans. We're listening to their 2017 album, Why Love Now. I found it pretty hard to decide which album of theirs to review. This isn't necessarily the most indicative of their stuff, and there are some tracks on other albums that I fucking love, like Bathroom Laughter off Honeys, opening track off Honeys, and Human Upskirt off, which I think is off, what is that off? King of Jeans, I think. Which for my money is like pretty much the best punk song from the modern era. Which is probably just my opinion, but I think it's a great song. But they're not on this album. This album is the We're Middle-Aged and We Might Die at Any Minute album. Maybe that's something that I really relate to at the moment. I don't know. Definitely maybe feeling the sting of adulthood and approaching mortality more than I was a few years ago. We'll see. Cool, let's just crack it out. Really Nick Cavey, isn't it? Wow, that's depressing. Grindy, dirgy song. Hang on. And no, it doesn't speed up at all in it. And it's about getting middle-aged and knowing that you could probably at any point get a diagnosis that you've got something horribly wrong with you and you're about to die, which is, I don't know, sad. And it's weird when you listen to this and then you see what the singer actually looks like, and it's a pretty normal looking guy. Definitely, it doesn't look like Tom Waits like you might imagine from this. Oh, that bass though, that bass is nice. There's no need to bleep that out, really, is there? But it's just so funny that they do. Again, it's pretty grindy. It sounds like it's. You think like, oh, they've got a fast song now because of how dirgy and slow the first one was, but it's not really. Just realised it sounds really like Ten Benson. I don't know if any of you guys are into Ten Benson. Yeah. What's this about? This is about like unearned privilege, white male, middle class privilege, which I am very aware of. It's great. Yeah. I think from what I've read, like part of the point of this band was to be just dirgy, bring back this like dirgy element to, because like obviously punk can get quite light, quite fast. It can get quite light and quite fast. I mean, when things are punk rock, it's like, oh, everything's got to be trebly, everything's got to be fast. So like, oh, it doesn't have to be. Let's slow it down. Let's make it noisy. Let's make it grindy and annoying. And I think that, sure, there's some self-mythologizing in the reaction that people apparently had to the band when they started. But yeah, those stories of people just like clinging to the walls of the venues to try and get out of the way of the sound. like them having to explain it like, no, this is just what we do. Yeah. fun listening to someone just go through a load of permutations of like spelling of words. It's really hard to sing along to this as well.
Hey, office lady, I see you there with your Rolodex. You know what I'm gonna do?
Mid-album skits about it's kind of like toxic male cliches or something. I mean, it's funny, but it's not like other people haven't done it. It's good, I like it. I mean, for my money, like mid-album skits are alright, you skip them. And the only one I don't is In the Middle of Six by Manson with what's his name? He was Doctor Who. Oh, it's completely escaped me. I'll flag it up. He was Doctor Who, and then Manson got him to do a little skit in the middle of the album, and then after that he did the voiceover for Little Britain, and then his career was just completely back on track, which is nice. I don't even know if this album's punk anymore, to be honest. It's like, I mean, there's definitely some punk tracks in the end of it, but it's just rock, isn't it? Which is good. That's fine. This real like in character misanthropic, possibly misogynistic thing about focusing on people like someone's physical flaws just for satirical purposes. I hope for satirical purposes. I hope it's not genuinely put off people by the state of their knees. There was this song on their other albums, King of Jeans possibly, I can't remember, called Lubes, like, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce it properly, but what was it, Louboutins, is it? Those shoes with like the red bit underneath. Just obsessing about them. And this song feels like it's sort of like a partner piece to that. I don't know if it is. I don't know if that's like completely coincidental, but maybe even just a connection that I've made. But that's kind of weird. Maybe he's got some kind of like weird foot or lower leg thing going on. Actually, yeah, he's got a few references to shoes in other songs. Weird. They're going to cracked it. And I mean, they're called Piss jeans. You wear jeans on your legs. I think you fucking nailed it, to be honest. Yeah, like, okay, so there's like two tracks that they don't quite close off, but close off the album. But there's this, and there's the one after it. Obviously, it's stupid. Real, like, just nice little punk songs. And this one is about being a financial analyst, which is good because I used to be a finance analyst, so this really takes me back, obviously. I mean, it doesn't really, because by the time I started listening to this album, I was in tech support. Yeah, I don't know, grindy circular riffs are really good. Yeah, so what is this song about? Being furniture, metaphorically or like literally? I don't know. About losing yourself to menial and demeaning work. It's just, I don't know, it's great. This is a real good walking home from the pub drunk song. And also it's like one of two hardcore songs that I know about being furniture. And the other one is Furniture by Fugazi. So if you know of like a third, or even enough that we could just like pop together a little Spotify playlist, then let me know. Hardcore songs about being furniture. And like, it's got to be specifically about being furniture though, so don't waste my time if it's not. Don't waste your time if it's just like about liking furniture. No. I just love it. I love the idea of this feeling of just being right out on the edge. Like, both within the narrative of the song and also just in the music itself. So this is a song all about being yogurts. And again, like, I don't know if he means like being yogurt as a metaphor or if it's just about being yogurts. I think it's just what happens when you get to middle age, isn't it? You start thinking about your digestive system a lot more. I had a long conversation with my dad about my biome a while ago and ended up eating a lot of bran flakes as a result of that conversation. Yeah, I don't think it's a metaphor actually. I think he's literally just talking about being a yogurt. Which is good. I mean, it's not a topic most people are covering, so it's definitely a market for it. But for all this build-up, actually, it does get quite euphoric at the end. Euphoric, am I thinking? I don't mean euphoric, do I? Just kind of uplifting. It resolves nicely, I think, is what I'm trying to say. There you go. It's like from a Westlife song. Like a nice key change, real standing up off your stool moment there. I mean, your stool you're actually sitting on. I know we're talking about gut health, but I'm not quite taking it that far. Yeah, again, like there's so much on this album. It seems like they're like partner pieces with earlier things. I mentioned bathroom laughter earlier, and this is a real sort of like same theme, really. Oh, a similar theme of just getting so fed up of people making a big fuss over small relationship drama. This is definitely a song that you just want to like. When you've got a friend who's like had a very, very easy breakup of a non-committed relationship and is complaining about it and looking for a bit of attention, you just really want to say this. You want to play them this song. Fucking just rocks as well. This song, it's a real toe tapper. Yeah, so that was Why Love Now, Piss Jeans. Man, like a band that has divided opinion amongst some people I know. I don't know. It's a great album for where I'm at in life. If I want a bit of, if I want to feel like someone's relating to me. Not because I'm misanthropic, but just because you go like, oh, I've got a job, which I do. Well, I mean, okay, I've been on furlough since fucking April. It's coming up to November. I'm meant to be starting back in the beginning of November, which would be pretty cool. Kind of shit scary, but you know. Yeah, cool. Email me. Sweet. So I'm not going to tell you to subscribe. I mean, I'd be amazed if anyone was watching this who wasn't already subscribed. I'd also be amazed if all of the 18 people who are subscribed actually watched this. Cool, right, I'm going to fuck off. Thank you very much if you've watched this. This was Listening to Punk in My Shed.